Like, let's just keep it 100 and then we'll move on from this. If you come to any comedy club, you go to any event and there's a comedian hosting, if you are in the first row, second row, third row, and you are within the line of sight of that comedian, it is fair game. We all know that. I don't care who you are. You better come in there with your hair done right. You better not be with no loud suits on because it is open season on you. So, and to keep it on, like he said, yo, I threw a softball joke at you. This wasn't even a hard one. Like, I didn't do...
Not compared to the stuff that I've heard Chris Rock. Chris Rock and Cat Williams are probably the best.
Chris Rock is he's one of the biggest comedians and most successful comedians ever to
at that
walk
type of
planet
comedy.
Earth.
At that type of comedy. As far as
Absolutely.
seeing somebody and just joning on them, he's one of the best. Him and Cat Williams will tear your ass apart. You know, Dave Chappelle's not that type of comedian. You know what I'm saying? Because there's different type of comedians. But when it comes to just spontaneous looking at you and just breaking you down, he's the greatest at that. And, you know, he was getting on everybody. It just wasn't Jada. You know what I'm saying?
But what he could have did in that moment, you know, you got to respect this man and his professionalism because he didn't. What he could have done, the way if that softball G.I. Jane joke hurt your feelings that much, after the slap, he could have really humiliated this man on that stage.
Right.
So I love the fact that you said, yo, we got to give it up to Chris.
Because
everybody is focused on the Will side of things. What made Will do it? All of that. But truth of the matter is, Chris Rock is a professional personified. That is what a professional looks like, how a professional moves. He kept that show going.
He kept it going. And believe me, under those circumstances, not too many could have. I know I couldn't just got the shit slapped out of me by a man and just would have stood up there like that. And he had his hands in his pocket. So, you know, big up to Chris Rock. You know, I think Chris Rock is like I said, we ain't heard the last of it from Chris Rock. I don't think he's gonna attack. People gotta understand, you know, this is how Tupac got killed. When you think about it was at an event, they seen somebody that supposedly took a chain, they jumped him, then later on, Pac got shot up in a car. That shit could have happened to Will Smith. Let's say Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? That's why.
Chris Rock,
that's why people
he's a comedian, but he's from Brooklyn. Like,
right,
let's not get this twisted.
And people would understand. That's why when I hear people saying especially women, he deserved it and he should have. I'm like, now what if Will left going to the party and then Will Smith's car got shot up in like Tupac's? Then everybody's mourning and going crazy and you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it shouldn't have happened. Will should have he should have held some constraint, you know what I'm saying, and some professionalism. And then, you know, if it was that bad, bring your wife and check him backstage. If it was that bad.
Okay. Talking about holding some professionalism, Will, he finally gets that golden statue. He been wanting that for 20 plus years. This was his night. It was he didn't know he was going to get best leading man, but he got it. Then he goes up on stage. He accepts the award. The crowd, which I cannot understand for the life of me, stands up, gives him a standing ovation. He cries. He apologized to the Academy, to the fellow nominees, and never said a word about the man he just smacked.
The black man he just smacked.
The black man he just smacked. Never said a word. You know, we all trying to reconcile this thing, and I'm a huge fan of Will Smith's. I'm just so disappointed in his behavior that night. But to his credit, he came back a day later and he put out this statement where he apologized. Chris Rock still hasn't commented on it. I mean, I don't know. If a man
I see Chris Rock coming back with a comedy show roasting the shit out of both of them.
Well, Chris Rock, I mean, his stock just went through the roof. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, he had a show in I think it was Boston or something. Tickets went from $42. There you go, your backyard. Tickets went from like $42 and jumped up to close to $1,000 per seat overnight.
Damn. Who the hell's gonna be going to that? Shit.
People wanted to see. People want to know
understand, you know, but $1,000, my Lord. Man, you better be giving out food, weed, bottles, and everything at that motherfucker. I better have tables. Girls with tight shorts bringing my bottles and everything for $1,000, man. What the fuck?
Nah, I mean, right now his stock went through the roof for so many different reasons. And more than anything, comedians, they're artists. And artists need motivation. They need something to write their material. He just got a year's worth of material out of that one.
He's getting ready to
smack.
Chris, if Jada Pinkett thought that was bad, they better prepare themselves for what's coming. I really believe that.
Honestly. Oh no, he's inspired.
Yeah.
He's inspired.